Hi kids, it's me, your one and only teacher Jane. Okay, today is a great day for learning and today we're gonna discuss about the topic that I introduced to you last time, which is multiplication. Yes, that's right. Okay, everybody say multiplication. One more time, multiplication. Okay, great job. Kindly spell multiplication. Okay, very good. multiplication. Great job. Okay, before we go with the new topic that we have for now, let us recall first the concepts about multiplication. Okay, so kids, how do you call the number that multiply? Okay, how do you call the number that multiply? It is the second number in a multiplication sentence. What's that? Yes, that's correct. It is multiplier. Everybody say multiplier. Okay, how about the number used to multiply? The sign, the sign used to multiply. How do you call the sign used to multiply? Yes, you got it right. It is a time sign. Okay, how about the number that is being multiplied? It is the first number in a multiplication sentence. Yes, it seems that you really know it. It's multiplicand. Very good. How about the two numbers being multiplied? If we are pertaining to multiplier and multiplicand, how do you call the first and the second number or all the numbers in a multiplication sentence except the answer? Yes, those are what we call factors. Everybody say factors. Yes, one more time. Factors. Yes, that's correct. And what is factors or what are factors again? Okay, very good. Factors are the numbers being multiplied. So what do we mean by multiplication? Yes, multiplication simply means repeated addition. Once again, multiplication simply means repeated addition, meaning instead of adding numbers again and again, you may just use multiplication. It is the short way of adding numbers. Okay, so for today, we're gonna have a new topic for multiplication, and that is about the properties of multiplication. Okay, so kids, if you can remember, we talked about or we studied last time properties of addition. So this time we're gonna go with properties of multiplication. And it is somewhat related with the topic that we had, or it is somewhat related with the properties of addition. Okay, so for properties of multiplication, we have four. Those are commutative property, associative property, identity property, and zero property of multiplication. Please repeat after me. Okay, commutative property, associative property, identity property, and zero property. Okay, great job. So let us talk about it one by one. Let's start with the first one, which is commutative property. Take a look at this number sentences I have here. Okay, take a look at this one. 3 times 5 is equal to 5 times 3. How is that so? Okay, so kids, what is 3 times 5? Yes, it is 15. How about what is 5 times 3? Yes, it's also 15. Okay, so as what you can see here, the numbers in the number sentence is just the same. We have here 3, we have here 5. We have here 5, we have here 3. Since we use the same numbers, the number turned out to be the same as well. We have here 15. We have here 15. Okay, so meaning to say, the numbers, even though they are interchanged, even though they have changed in position, okay, the answer will still be the same. Okay, take a look at the number sentence. What can you say about the number sentence here? Kindly take a look. I already said it earlier. Yes. Okay, the number sentence or the factors were interchanged. The factors have changed in position. And that is what we call commutative property. Okay, or the commutative property of multiplication. Okay, we can also tell it as CPM. Okay, CPM stands for commutative property of multiplication. Kindly say. Okay, very good. So let us continue. Okay, for example, I have here 4 times 2 is equal to 8. How can you write 4 times 2 the other way, showing commutative property of multiplication? Any guess? May I hear? Okay. Okay, very good. That's correct. It is 2 times 4. Okay, 2 times 4 will also be equal to 8. So you just interchange the position, but you did not change the number. So the result will still be the same, no matter what position or what is their position, as long as you use the same number, the answer will still be the same. Let's have another one. I have here 9 times 5 equals 45. Okay, let us write this one the other way using commutative property of multiplication. Any guess? Oh, very good. That's right. It is 5 times 9 equals 45. Great job. Very good. So once again, what is changing if commutative property of multiplication? Yes, okay, their position is changing. So once again, when we say commutative property of multiplication, it states that changing the position of the factors does not affect the product. Again, commutative property of multiplication states that changing the position of the factors does not affect the product. Okay, so let's try. Do this one by yourself. Show commutative property of multiplication. Can you get your whiteboard, please? And write this number sentence the other way using commutative property of multiplication. Okay, make it fast, make it fast. Get your whiteboard now. Okay, so I see you're already holding your whiteboard. So this time, kindly write this number sentence the other way, showing commutative property of multiplication. 4 times 8 equals 32. Okay, I'll give you 5 seconds to do it. Make it fast in writing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, raise your whiteboard. Raise your whiteboard and see if you have the same answer as what I have here on the screen. Okay, we have here 8 times 4 equals 32. Did you get the same? Yes? Okay, kindly put a check mark. Very good. Okay, another one. I have here 5 times 6 equals 30. Okay, kindly write this one the other way, showing commutative property of multiplication. I'll give you 5 seconds to do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Time's up. Okay, enough. May I see? Raise your whiteboard now. And take a look if you have the same as this. Yes, 6 times 5 equals 30. Wow, most of you got it right. Very good. Okay, put a check mark. Okay, so once again, what is changing if commutative property of multiplication? Okay, it is their position, commutative property of multiplication, or CPM, states that changing the factors or changing the position of the factors does not affect the product. Okay, so let us have this one now. Take a look at the number sentence that I have here. Okay, so I have here 2 times 2 times 5. And I also have here 2 times 2 times 5. Let us try to multiply. As what I told to you last time, if there are numbers in a group, the group is the one in the parentheses. If there is numbers in a group, that is the one that you should multiply first, or that is the one that you should do first. So in this number sentence, what is in the group? What is in the group? Yes, 2 times 2. So let us multiply. Kids, what is 2 times 2? Yes, that's 4. Then that's the time that you're gonna multiply it with 5. So what is 4 times 5? Yes, it's 20. So meaning to say, 2 times 2 times 5, with 2 and 2 in a group, the answer is 20. So let us try the other one. I have here 2 times 2 times 5 as well. But what is in the group? Yes, it's 2 times 5. So that's the one that we're going to multiply first. What is 2 times 5? Yes, it's 10. And then, let's multiply 10 by 2. What is 10 times 2? It's also 20, right? Very good. Okay, so we have here 20. What can you say about the answers or the product? The product are both 20, right? What can you say about the numbers? Take a look at the numbers. What can you say about them? Which one? Yes, very good. The groupings have changed. That's correct. That's correct. Okay, so here, 2 times 2 were grouped, and the other one, 2 times 5 were grouped. Okay, and this is what we call the, any guesses? Yes, associative property of multiplication, or APM. Okay, everybody say associative property of multiplication. Okay, that is associative property of multiplication. We can tell it also as APM. So let us try. Oops, sorry, one moment. Okay, so I have here associative property of multiplication. There is 1 times 2 times 3, wherein 1 times 2 is in the group. So in here, what can we group to show associative property of multiplication? Yes, may you please try? Okay, so write the same numbers in their position, 1 times 2 and 3, but this time we're gonna group 2 and 3. Okay, so the numbers are still the same, the positions are still the same, but the groupings were changed. Very good. Another one. I have here, sorry, that's that. I have here, okay, 3 times 4 times 2. So here, 4 times 2 is in a group. And this time, what can we group to show associative property of multiplication? Okay, this time we can group 3 times 4 and that times 2. And here we group 3 and 4. So here the position is just the same. The numbers are just the same as well. It's that their groupings were changed. Okay, so that is associative property of multiplication. It states that, what is changing here? What is changing? Okay, the grouping. So associative property of multiplication states that changing the grouping of the factors does not affect the product. Okay, so even though you change the grouping of the factors, the answer will still be the same. Okay, because you didn't change the number. Okay, the numbers are just the same. You just change the grouping. Okay, to show the grouping once again, you are going to use the parentheses. Okay, so once again, let us try it on your whiteboard. Kindly get your whiteboard once again. So show associative property of multiplication. I have here 4 times 5 times 2, wherein 5 times 2 is in the group. How will you show this one in associative property of multiplication? Kindly write in your whiteboard, please. Okay, I'll give you 5 seconds to do it. Ready? I'll start now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Time is up. Okay, let me see your answer. Okay, kindly check if it's the same here. There. Did you get the same answer? Yes? Very good. So here we have 4 times 5 times 2. So 4 is the first, 5 is the next, 2 is the last. Okay? And the groupings were changed. Earlier, the one in the group is 5 times 2. Now it's 4 times 5. So if you get the correct answer, put a check mark. Another one. I have here 10 times 1 times 2. Once again, show the associative property of multiplication. 5 seconds to do it. Ready, set, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Time's up. Okay. So here, 10 times 1 times 2 over in 10 times 1 is in the group. So kindly raise your whiteboard and check if you have the same answer as this one. Here, 10 times 1 times 2. But this time, 1 and 2 is in the group. So 10 is the same position, 1 same position, 2 same position. It's just that the one in the group is 1 and 2. Okay, kindly put a check mark if you are correct. Very good, kids. Are you getting it? Yes, very easy, right? So once again, what is changing if associative property? It is their groupings. Very good. Okay, so take a look at this one. Let's go with the next one. Kindly say, what is 1 times 3? 3. 1 times 6? 6. 1 times 8? 8. 1 times 17? It's also 17. 1 times 74? 74. And 1 times 99? 99. Okay, very good. So this is the special number. I have here 1. Yes, 1 is our special number here. Okay, so as what you can see, any number that we multiplied by 1, what was the answer? Okay, correct. That's good. Any number multiplied to 1, the answer is the number itself. Again, any number we multiply to 1, the answer is the number itself. Okay, so that is what we call identity property of multiplication. Okay, that's why identity, because the answer is the number itself. They are the same, like mirror. 3, 3, 6, 6, 8, 8, 17, 74, 99. That is because we multiply the number by 1. Okay, so once again here, any number that you multiply by 1, what is the answer? The number itself, and that is identity property of multiplication, or IPM. Okay, when we say IPM, or identity property of multiplication, it states that any number multiplied by 1, the answer is the number itself. Remember, number itself. Clear with this? Yes, it's easy. One of the easiest. Okay, I have here identity property of multiplication. What is 1 times 3? That's also 3. How about what is Okay, next. How about 10 times 1? It's also 10. Okay, say it aloud. How about 1 times 25? What's your answer? 25. How about 50 times 1? What's your answer? Okay, 50 is right. And how about 200 times 1? Answer? Louder. 200. Very good. Okay, good job. So that is identity property of multiplication. No matter how big the number is, as long as you multiplied it by 1, the answer will still be number itself. Okay, let's go with the next one. This time I have here the magic number 0. Okay, 0 times 1, 0. 0 times 4, 0. 0 times 7, 0. 0 times 9, 0. 0 times 13, 0. And 0 times 58, 0. Okay, so what's the number here? It is 0. And what have you noticed when we multiplied by 0? What was the answer? It's all 0. Okay, so here, any number you multiplied by 0, the answer will always be 0. Okay, it will always be 0. So this is 0 property of multiplication. Very, very easy to remember. Okay, 0 property of multiplication, or say PM, states that any number multiplied by 0, the answer will always be 0. Okay, once again, say PM states that any number multiplied by 0, the answer is always 0. Okay, so let's take a look. If you know, I have here 0 times 7, 0. How about 10 times 0? Louder. It's also 0. How about 0 times 1? Yes, that is 0. And 98 times 0 will also be 0. And the last one I have here, 0 times 320. It's also 0. Very good. So any number you multiplied by 0, the answer will always be 0. It's always 0. Clear with this? Yes? Okay, very good. So there are the 4 properties of multiplication. So once again, we have commutative property, or CPM, associative property, or APM, identity property, or IPM, and zero property, or say PM. Is it clear to you, kids? Thumbs up if clear. Thumbs up if clear. Okay, very good. So for your assignment, you're gonna have assignment for this, and you're gonna have this chart: CPM, APM, IPM, and SAPM. So you're just gonna identify the correct property of multiplication for this number sentences. Okay, so I'll also have it here in your elements. Okay, so kids, what did we discuss for today? We discussed properties of multiplication. So that's all for now. Goodbye, everyone. See you again next time. Bye-bye.